We can't. I can't let another single word go without saying how genuine and how much of a man that guy is. Yeah, that's a real man right there. That's a real man right there. Because after this next one that he said was very, very complimentary, so I hope this one for later. But so how was it me when the man tried to sign me up? This is what I was going to watch. Oh, okay. So, just trying to help form and fashion. So, if I gotta sign your mom, man, whatever I gotta do to help you out in your situation you're going through right now. It's like, I know it's embarrassing. It's like, you shit everything. They got shit on public to shit out. Like, what I want to do is make sure you straight as a man. Make sure you personally take it. Like the rap shit, I always be good with that. You're gonna take eyes closed, you got that. It's like you got that. I just want to make sure you're good. Your family, so I know you got kids. You want to make sure they eat and all this stuff. Everybody here, you want to make sure it doesn't affect them. That's why I mean, he's a real guy. So the numbers and all that. That's why he said the numbers and all that. He had no limit to his numbers.
Ya Buju Bunton
So what is ClickUp? ClickUp is an all-in-one productivity software where you can manage everything and anything related.
Basically, हमारे एग्जाम नहीं शुरू होते हैं नहीं सिंगल Buju Bunton ya Buju ने बोली ना तू आज ya juzi jangan Buju ने dulu ke exam आगे Yeah, I fuck with music video game. I buy dia jangan tukung itu main. Tengok dia tadi sih tentang. Aku juga tahu tentang yang nara tukung tuannya.
Just sold out New York City. 36,000. 2 shows. First reggae artist to ever do that. By himself. He also, in 1 year, sold more singles than Bob Marley. He is a legend, an icon of an icon. In case you don't know who we talking about the one and only Buju Bunton Visit. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was so honored, you know what I mean, when they said that, Buju is coming here, because our show is about giving people flowers when they're alive, giving people their praises, and you are somebody that, you deserve this, man. Like, you deserve, like, what you're doing and continue to inspire. But let's talk about when you first came home from jail, right? It was a moment in the airport, right, where the people rushed you, right? And I can tell you're a man of the people, but you also was a man of privacy. I can tell you that.
It was a very, very, very painful, traumatic, but so touching the side of Jamaica after so many tribulation. I see the masses growing at the airport. You don't want to feel like you don't appreciate it. Give your warm welcome. We still want it and all the come of this process. Also back there. Yeah. I came home diesel too. Well, I'm under a work. I will go 3 times a day. Wow. In those days. I'm gonna run school, I'm gonna run the yard, and I'm gonna run the chapel. So I have to fit. Yeah. So it's a difference, right? Let me ask you this. This is a question I've been wanting to ask somebody for years. I'm gonna call myself as a Yankee. Yeah. Right? What is the difference between dancehall and reggae? Dancehall is where the younger people express themselves. We get more sexualized. We get more slangy. Reggae music is where we speak with soul. Reggae music is what our ancestors and our forefathers left with us to It was close to the connection to God because this music wasn't given to us by man. This is music was a divine music sent to an island of 144 square miles with a population at that time of maybe 1.45 million people. But their struggles and their tenacity to withstand these struggles was so much so that the Father himself started fitting for them to be blessed with the music of their own, to express their ideas and ideology and their pain and their praises. And so reggae music was born by the great stallions. First we had Count Machuki, and then we have King Stitch, Big U, the U Ride, the I Ride, we have the Bob Marley, we have the Peter Tosh, we have the Burning Spears. And we have countless other groups, the Scatterlights, the Headtones, the Techniques. We had many great Star Wars who came along, who understood the assignment. You understand? And that's why reggae music is here now, because they understood the assignment. Now, we came along as a later generation of musicians who knew that our predecessors understood the assignment and we needed to understand the assignment. So I see myself as the last of the Mohicans in a reggae music. Persevere, who come with that old school knowledge, who knows that this music must feed my people, educate them, uplift them, eradicate negativity from their minds, and allow them to whine at the same time. It's not
So let me just tell you, I live by a bunch of white ladies. Bunch of white people. And there's two things I like to do. I like to bump reggae music. They don't get played. For some reason, you can bump reggae music at the highest level. There's only two music you can do that with. It's reggae and salsa. That's it. They won't. But I see the difference. Like, and I'm bouncing all over the place. Like, when you first entered the game and then you became Rasta, and it seems like the music became more conscious. Was that like?
I would say I became.
Okay.
I would say I showed you what it was supposed to be.
It was always
It can't become.
Okay.
It can't become something hard. Because you're gonna go back to what it was. However, who we're supposed to be is what we're supposed to be, and we can't change that. However, we enter the door, it's just a precursor to get our foot into the door. Because I see myself as a servant, you know. One day, my mom said to me, I think you need to go live with your father. And after living with my father for 6 months, my stepmom, out of the blue, decided, my school time was 12 o'clock, and about, I think it was 10:30, 11 o'clock, she decided she wants to send me to the shop. I didn't know why, but anyway, I took the bag and I took the money, and I went to the door, and I was walking to the shop, and there was a mango tree on the car park, and from afar I spotted this mango. It was so red, I kept looking at it. And the spirit came to me and said, climb this tree, sit in it, eat this mango. Don't come out until you're finished. You know, I put the bag in my pocket and I climbed the tree. And I ate the mango. When I dropped the seed on the ground, a car pulled up under the mango tree. And the door opened, and the father said, Juvenile, you know Clementine? And I looked down. I said, oh my God, yeah, but no Clementine. Shh. I slid out of the tree. It wasn't 3 days later till I realized how much bruise I am on my legs. This was Shamrock's calling out of a tree. One called Clementine. So I run to Clementine and I said, yo, Shamrock's calling out. They those days they call me Buck. Because I was a, troublemaker, so to speak. So Buck, bring him around by the back car park. So I run the back to the car park as a Shamrock. They say he must try to go on there, so we see a big water tank. You turn right. They're going to meet you around there. So I sat there and watched these two entertainers make a star Shamrock's Clementine talking. right there and then, it was a spiritual thing. Because my love for dancehall and for Shabarang supersede so much things. Because back in the days, we had a sound system called Roadstar. And Roadstar used to play in our community. And when they play Shabarangs, it's crazy. Because, you know, when I was growing up, there were a few entertainers who were worthy of my time. One was Major Warriors. To me, Major Warriors was a teacher of all of us. He was so advanced in his dispositions, his lyrical delivery. And ironically, Little Pitch was a protege of Major Warriors. Admiral Daly was a protege of Major Warriors. Shabba Ranks was a protege of Major Warriors. And I became a protege of Major Warriors through listening to Major Warriors as a real rude boy. Because in Jamaica, in order to do this music, you have to be firm.
Like, gotta be about that life, basically.
Yeah. It's not about anything else, but you have to live your experience and people see, you know, your experience is not far-fetched. You didn't create this thing to gain support, but you are real. This is you.
Right.
So we had those real veterans, Tayan, Ranking Tayan, you know, you name them. So these are men who, they didn't just have these names. Louis Lepke, you know what I mean? So we are real boys in the thing. Because our experience was basically police brutality, gang warfare, you know what I mean? People trying to kill you, trying to defend yourself against that. People trying to hustle, people trying to make it. So even struggles with life surround that struggle of life to make it into somebody. So when the round came, call life from the tree as a turning point in my life to show I that I am truly a servant to come to serve the masses.
Right.
And even to this day, when we see each other, I would always remind him of that moment of him calling this little boy out of a mango tree.
Shabba.
Yes. And he never forgot.
He never forgot.
No.
Shout out to the mango too.
Shout out to the mango. So is it true that you had an album release party at SOBs and a man them come knock on the door?
The man them always come fuck with that, man. But,
and it was Biggie Smalls?
yeah, man. So I'm on sitting in a limousine. I wait for going to SOBs.
That's
And a person come knock on my limousine door and a Gucci sweater. When I want to know him, I said, what's up, brother? He said, hey, man, my name is Biggie Smalls. Can I come inside? I said, no, I'm Biggie Smalls. You're going to come in all day. I was brought him inside those days. I was rolling with Lisa Cortez from Polygram.
Right. He was already Biggie Smalls? He was already...
No, it was on the up and coming.
Okay.
You heard the song Super K yet?
No, I didn't know that song. I didn't know any song is, but I'm a nice person when it comes to music shop because someone inspired me, so I must inspire someone else. So I wasn't going to be the sound of the person who say no, because I'm not this asshole, you know what I mean? I didn't know who he was. So it was not even Lisa Cortez came to SOB. She said, oh, you met Biggie Smalls. I said, oh yeah, I just brought him inside and we just chilling around time, never seen him again from that.
Yeah. But goddamn.
The words like that.
Yeah, at least you got to see him and you got to see him humble because, I mean, you're a legend, man. Like, and you know he's Jamaican, so he was probably...
Yeah, well, you know, when Biggie came to Jamaica, he came up in a wheelchair.
Oh, wow, that's right. He had an accident.
And it's the most gunshot he's ever heard in that night.
Because when he's performing, he was flicking shots.
Well, the one person who get more respect than Biggie Small in Jamaica, two persons who love a DMX.
DMX, okay.
And the last person who went all out for in Jamaica, all island, all out was 50 Cent, you know, man.
Okay.
The dad himself sent 50 Cent on the stage on Zeke's. He sent him until they go on the stage now, we're ready for him then, you know. They went up there and sing it and it was all out, you know.
Was Busta Rhymes your first rap feature?
Yeah, because Busta Rhymes used to hang out with Loose Cannon and them and they put us together to do a song together and we used to drive go over his man and
Long Island. Yeah.
So this is where we do Wiki Doc. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, Busta really would.
Yeah.
The Busta I know, I really would, really bad man.
Yeah. And I heard that y'all kept going back in the sessions. Like,
yeah, because we have to get this right. We have to get it right.
Y'all sound like a session with Busta.
in the basement in this mall in Long Island.
Yeah,
and then you stay in the city.
So we drive from Manhattan to in the West 49th and Broadway. So we used to drive all the way over to Long Island and another one. Then I take it back to the hood.
Okay. So let me ask you, because I've been watching and watching and watching. You said something that was very interesting. You said Afro beats gives props back to reggae, to dancehall.
Do they?
I thought I heard you say that.
I don't think they do. I never said that. I said, you fucking props about the dance song already.
Oh, my bad. I heard it wrong.
Now you read this like
My bad. I thought I heard it the other way around. But then I heard you say, because I heard you say Afro beats. I thought I heard you say that. The Afro beats, like, pay homage.
Religious musician out of Africa was Fela Kuti.
yeah.
Fela Kuti. Lucky Dube from South Africa. We have Salif Keita. We have Youssou N'Dour. We have Baba Mal. Now, no one wanted to go behind the pale of what those brothers was doing. I went to Africa in 1991 and I spent like 3 weeks constantly at the university. More about trees. Educating people from Ghana, all over the continent about reggae music and dancehall. I was happy when they came to their senses to realize that music is the bridge to some mental support. But I was disappointed in they didn't try to connect with Jamaica and Roots, they connect with everyone else except us.
Sorry.
So they connected with everyone else except us. When we look at what they're doing, their music is not free in Africa. It's for great. Everyone else except us.
And you're talking about Afro beats?
Yes.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
So they connected with everyone else except us. But when we look at what they're doing, their music is not free in Africa. It's for great.
I didn't know this thing.
It's a free Africa. If you're all the way in Jamaica, and my country and my people fight for free. You're a continent with world sound and power. And you have the ability now, and all you're singing is for great. You don't sing a song to free Africa now. Well, you didn't bring this to the forefront of your mind, but we desire more from them. You want the money? Go get it. But what's going to be said about you later on? And your posterity? You didn't make any impact. So, reggae music still stands predominant. It is still the king's music.
Yeah. I heard it wrong, but then I also heard you say, and this is something that I've really listened to you.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, please.
Tell me one Afrobeat song that can uplift us. Uplift us, take us from Kenya is suffering. The young men of Kenya are revolting. South Africa is on Sudan, South Sudan, you name it. But which one of these songs can I relate to for a peace of mind to tell me that I'm in the struggle and they're going to be better in the struggle? And in the struggle.
You know what?
Reggae music. Listen, a lot of culture vultures out there. We have sat and we have watched reggaeton take it. Music so hard and stolen our culture. I'm not knocking nobody, but you don't give us no respect, motherfuckers. And you still expect us to come to act like we take something from you? This is the king's music. Your music shall come and it shall go, because it has nothing to do with soul. It has nothing to do with building the energy. Our music is time marker. You can remember when you went to your first date, when you had your first sex, when you marry your wife, when you go to the first dance. It's time marker, because it's the king's music. You can remember when you're happy. You can remember when you're sad. You can remember all the things, because there's a music to mark that time period. But everyone wants to take from reggae. You want to ostracize us, underpay us.
Let's just think of Afrobeats for a second. That is direct from reggae, though, right? No.
Well, Afrobeat is from Africa, but the influence, you know what I mean? Well, and I'm sure that Afrobeat artists would say to you, oh, Afrobeat is Afrobeat, has something to do with Jamaica. And we say to them, all music has everything to do with Africa. We don't dichotomize, we don't separate ourselves from Africa. No time, no day. Because the drum in our music is what speaks to our soul. I think the drum in your music what are you saying? It's important for you to, it's important for anybody to listen to you.
Right.
Just don't get around.
Right.
But what do you have to say to them? Here's the hard part.
I was thinking about Joanne. I was like, that's not flip.
Not for anybody to listen to you.
Right.
Just don't get around.
Right.
But what do you have to say to them? Here's the hard part.
I was thinking about Joanne. I was like, that's not flip. I was like, maybe I should close my mouth. Yeah.
It's easy for you to listen to you, what you say to them. You know, we come from people singing about the freedom that they desire, people singing about the hope of their nation rising to the apex, the hope of their people and the young man and realizing that it's a great nation. They need to take the bull by the horn. To someone who's want to plunge us back 45 years, 55 years. Peons. Now, if you look in sub-Saharan Africa, we see Africa rising up. The brain of Africa has become awakened from Niger, go right through. So we cannot continue in the church like we don't know who we are.
Right.
And our music cannot continue to be uninspiring.
Right.
Simple.
Right. I mean, they say that all music comes from Africa.
Yes.
Yeah. But then, so you think that?
When the music comes from Africa,
Yeah.
the drum is just that we get a different way of speaking and our idioms and the way our cadence come across is much different.
Right.
Because we hear the penwords and we don't hear the English, we hear the English. Yeah, the English is speaking and speak out.
Music is, it's not just, you know, you can dance to, like you actually schooling people, like, what's the name of the record that the one of the when you talk about guns, damn, I gotta break it down. So you ever heard the record that Nas had called I Gave You Power, where he's talking about a gun? Was that record inspired by
Mr. Nine, I grew up in a culture where
Africa.
those who don't think they have the power. No, it's like the police carry soldiers, generally with the gun, they're so powerful. They don't realize that what they have to show the younger generation are typecast or kind if you are going that powerful. They're so consciously broadcast this that if you are going that powerful, but that's how it's even telling you that whether you have a 9 to an M60, doesn't matter what you have, it doesn't matter. You're not living right because the gun can't hurt anybody. It's the individual and the mindset that perpetrate the act and commit the end result, right? You put a fucking drink right here, it's harmless, the person consume it, then it becomes a dotard. Same thing with a gun. So the premise exists, yeah? So kill people kill people. Mr. 9 said to Mr. 45, so it's like the guns are talking to themselves. They're not living right. You know? So it was an attempt to...
That's why I asked you, because it reminds me of the Nas song where Nas is actually talking to a gun. And he makes it so that has no correlation.
No, I've never heard that song before.
Okay. That's what's up. This is great. Yo, so, we spoke about some of it earlier when we said when you came home, the airport incident where people were, you know, rushing you kind of like needed your time. But then this concert comes right after this. I read the reviews. They said that this might have been one of the greatest concerts on earth.
I think Jamaica, I'm satisfied with Jamaica. I've seen larger concerts, but it's a monumental occasion for Iron, but still being humble and still, you know, giving appreciation for the love of God. I grew up in a simple home where the love of God was always there, you know. My enemies try to destroy me because you don't know who I am, but trust me, they know. And they dwell, and I think credibility, and if you destroy the credibility, it's easier for you to destroy the man, any man. Once you destroy any man's credibility, it's always easier for you to go at them. But my father, he stood in the breach and showed him that this is my servant. And he's here to serve me, not you. So yes, they thought they put me away. But what they did was raise me up. Because you have to realize what man a weapon. I was here in the early 1990s when I was a young man.
You had no dreads.
And I saw the trajectory, and I saw what they were trying to do, and they've accomplished it. They've accomplished killing the KRS-One, they've accomplished killing everything whatsoever comes to the music.
Wow.
And it went down a spiral of where to become debauchery and everything nefarious. And every so often the people gain their consciousness and they hit them with someone or something else. And they would drive the message home so hard that they have no escape. We are fortunate enough to be on an island where we can educate ourselves from these circumstances and cultivate an identity of our own and a spiritual awareness of our own and a firmness to take us through this struggle. We're going to aim to convert people because we're a cult. Yes? We aim to open the eyes of the ones who are even hurt so they can partake of the goodness of God. Not of the goodness of the devil because it only lasts for a minute. But the goodness of God is everlasting. Now, you might say, well, what is reggae music? How does reggae music play a part in this? And I was saying to you, music is here to teach us one lesson. If music is the only thing that shall never die, ask yourself, why do you get tired of some music in 2 months? Something is wrong.
I see timeless.
That should be timeless, right? Good. It's not anymore.
Yeah.
So what's happening?
It's disposable music, yes.
Music is never disposable. The artists are disposable. Overnight sensation? That's what they say. But they haven't seen it. The time. See, our profession was divinely given to us. It is written as the basic instruction before we even heard of John Paul the Bible, that a singer and a player of instrument shall go before the last coming. So what shall we go and do? We shall proclaim his coming forward. We shall bring the people together. You know what I'm saying? But if we're not doing that, then we shall be thrown into the fire heap. Yeah? So all my Muslim brothers, they know this. All my Orthodox brothers, they know this. My Christian brothers who are standing up, they know this. This battle is not against flesh and blood. It's not against you guys. It's spiritual wickedness and principalities and darkness in high and low places. You know what I mean? So you can continue, but you can head towards the light. It's your choice. You all do.
Please, hold up. Let's talk about the way did your mother give you the nickname Buju?
Ashwaya. Ashwaya. Yes,
How does it happen?
I wasn't there. I grew up here in God and I'm on Buju. Buju is a Maroon word.
Maroon.
Maroon are some of the indigenous warriors on my island. We fought the British relentlessly.
Those are the Moors?
Maroons are from Blackamoors, but my generation originated from Nigeria. I'm an Igbo man according to my bloodline. And we fought the British relentlessly. We fought King Charles for 40 years, and I got to the British treaty. Anybody sustain a war over 8 years automatically win them sovereignty. So we fought for 40 years and we called a ceasefire. And when he bought into the fight for 40 years after that, so we treated them to fight for 8 years without cessation, and we won our sovereignty from the British.
Wow.
Yeah, we ruled from the conquered country down to the Clarendon. But now our indigenous life and our indigenous way of life and our lands are being threatened by the current government administration of Jamaica, who see to them Chinese and other nationalities into the conquered regions and indigenous sacred region to usurp us, the Maroons, as the warriors. So
It's crazy that's happening right now.
yes, well, it's indigenous people all across the world are right from Peru, because the multinational seats.
People who went around phones, they don't have
Yeah, but the multinational seat, the resources of the land, like in the capital country of Jamaica, were originating outside. Now, there's certain companies like Iran and certain Russian companies who have been taking this backside for over 70 years, and they would destroy the school. to take the backside under the school. But there's no payment given to the community, nor the chief, nor the council of the indigenous community. It's done through the government structure where these people are just totally alienated. And their land is being pilfered. Like, it's crazy. So it's a new generation of young men rising up.
What's the two political parties in Jamaica?
I don't give a fuck about that. It's two sides of the same kind. We hope for change and we hope say, but if I understand that a country is basically a corporation which are elected official as a CEO. A lot of people think a prime minister run a country, but you have to understand these motherfuckers are CEO of the company called the country. And not board members that they have to answer. Sometimes these board members are so powerful that these assholes shit in their pants when they get a phone call from these motherfuckers. You can't tell me that in the Caribbean we cannot improve our standard of living for our people. And it's a disaster how we run going on begging left, right, and center. And these are the same motherfuckers who came into politics with $3,000 in their bank account US and leaving politics with 600,000 million. So where this $1 billion come from? But the Caribbean people are so passive. I think they put something in our war over the years. We're not fighting anymore. We're accepting. We're not standing up anymore. We're laying down. And these motherfuckers we call them politicians, the real criminals and the real crooks, they're in a blast. Because there's no check and balance. Check and balance don't come from the cronies. Check and balance come from the no-field game. And that's why you see what like even in Kenya, they didn't know that the young men and the young women of Kenya had built up so much that they could tell each politician what they owned and where they live, and where their investments were. That shook them. So we realize that, in the region, we're for the better as the leaders. We need to stop electing people based on their skin color and them being charming. It should be on your mandate. And we have to hold your feet to the fire to accomplish what you promised. Simple.
Historically, we're the ones fighting.
The first island fought the first was 18. And where's 80 today? Even most Caribbean countries will look at 18 disgust because they don't see themselves as standing with them brother, the first nation to fight for us. And you ask yourself, why is 80 suffering so much? And why are my Haitian brothers under so much pressure? You know why? Because they stand up against the giant who they should have bowed to and they refuse. And everyone wants them to bow. 80, do not bow. Keep standing up. We stand with you. So what?
Let's talk about penthouse records for a second.
We don't talk about
How do you get down on penthouse records?
Penthouse Records is a store where I used to live Chancery in downtown Kings. Come on, ganja there. Come on, that's what we said.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a blood clot.
You just smoke up here. Come on, you smoke up.
As many of y'all know, Rain Chant constitutes flowers that people are here to receive. Giving flowers is celebrating our legend while they can still smell it. We have partnered with Wealthy Flowers to bring this movement for everyone to give flowers to legends in their life. You can now order a custom flower box with someone you want to show appreciation by visiting www.wtflowers.com. Place your orders now.
What are we talking about? What's penthouse records?
Yes. So, you want to hear about penthouse?
Yes.
So, in 1986, August the 17th, I went to Blue Mountain Records, right? I was in a taxi with Henry, and then was a taxi driver with Clement. Clement was my protege. It's like, it was, in those days, I used to DJ on sound systems, yeah? And I used to jump on the sound system truck like Friday, and I would come back home until Sunday.
Why?
Yeah, I would DJ Friday nights, Saturday nights, and I'd come back home Sunday or Monday morning. Yeah. I used to work on a sound system called Rambo International, and then I started working on Sweet Love. Now, Sweet Love sound system was owned by Flower Gun, a very popular DJ. We run things are wrong. Anything we do, it after Red Dragon. Flower Gun's brother was Red Dragon.
Right.
So Red Dragon sing, dog, every person if you went out, come up, dog, every person, all over. So Red Dragon, to me, was the baddest motherfucker as a DJ. So my role was to warm the dance floor.
You know this shit, man.
Dragon, to me, was the baddest motherfucker as a DJ. So my role was to warm the dance floor.
So you know that shit, man.
So it used to be Buju Bunton, Clementine, Flower Gun, Red Dragon, Sanchez, Red Rose, you know, and you know. So one day the rain was falling, and Clementine said, "Give me your lighter."
Yeah, no problem.
He's going to Blue Mountain Records, and he wants me to come. Now, the guy at Blue Mountain Records was a true revolutionary. His name is Omar House. He was very instrumental in the Brixton riots. Revolutionary, and I loved him. So
Brixton in London?
yeah,
Okay.
but I used to go to school, right? So every time I leave school, or before I go to school, I go by the studio. I used to put my car key and my Bible in front of me. This guy would call me, "Come here, let me see a book." And take my book bag and go through my book bag and shit. I'm like, "Fuck this guy up."
Shaking you down?
But he liked my style. I didn't know that. Anyway, one day I went there and the rain was falling. And Clementine was in the studio and he was saying he was going to Penthouse Records. And Omar Harris looked at Clementine and said, "Take Buju with you so we can have an experience of what a studio looked like." I was 16 years old. And I didn't see what a studio looked like yet, but I was DJing in the dance and a microphone and we would never tell. So they took me to the studio. When they went to the studio, you know, I saw all these guys inside with some big fucking jeans and shit. I became nervous. You know, and I said, "Hey, what's that?" I said, "That's Little Lady." Those days, Little Lady had the biggest song in Jamaica called "Gun in a Baggy." She had the gun in a baggy. I said, "Fuck, that's Little Lady right there." I was like, "What do you say? That's Little Curve." Whoa.
But before Lil Wayne, you had Lil Wayne and Lil Curve.
Little Wayne was born. Anyway, Clementine said to Robert French. Robert French was a big singer in Jamaica, and he invited Clementine to the studio. Clementine said to Robert French, "This is a DJ named Buju. I want you to hear him." And they laughed at my name. I can remember Tony Keller was the engineer, and they said to me, "Oh, this guy finished recording." They said, Clement said, "You want to hear what he sounds like?" And Robert French said, "Yes." So Tony Kelly said to me, "Go around there, you put the headphones on, and when you see that red light come on, that's your cue." And I went around there and put the headphones on, and they turned on this red light, and that was my cue. And I closed my eyes, immersed myself, delivered one of the best lyrics I knew I had stored in my cranium. When I opened my eyes, the whole studio was in fucking, it was like, over a fucking beat. It was my first time I ever did one take. I sang for 3 minutes, 45 seconds straight. No stop. But in those days also, we had dub plates. And dub plates were live. So you go to the studio and the record will be cutting right while you're singing. So with that mindset, I was able to go inside the studio and do the song. It's called Aruna for my first song. It was released in Toronto on All Stars.
Right.
Yeah, so that was my first exposure to Penthouse. Now, trying to get back to Penthouse was difficult. So I would leave school every day and I would go by 66 Flypen Road. No, I'd go by Techniques Record downtown Kingston because my school was downtown and West Bangor. So we'll go by the Avenue, over here, right? I would go to Techniques and Mr. Winston Riley and Kurt Riley.
Saya itu proses dan terus. Walaupun mungkin gini dari kopi.